You ever read the Bible, Garnet? I co-wrote it. Hey, how's it going, guys? I am back with the final episode of this Stephen Bomb, the Stephen's birthday Stephen Bomb. And we are talking about the episode, let's see, it's Logdate 75... Damn it! I always get that wrong. Logdate 7152, I think it's called. Let's see, I have it written up here. 7152, I think. Anyway, I just got done watching it. And it's a lovely, lovely epilogue to what's been going on. Of course, we had like huge, big turnaround with Peridot standing up against Yellow Diamond, and we get to see Yellow Diamond with that, awesome sequence. And of course, yeah, things have changed. She has kind of willingly joined the Crystal Gems, and now she's trying to deal with it, and she's kind of like not great right now, because she's kind of turned against everything she knew. She anyway leaves her tape recorder to Steven. He starts wondering, like, how is she suddenly like getting on Garnet a little bit more? Because frankly, that she was the most prejudiced towards Garnet, with the possible exception of Pearl. And now there's a little kind of tight. So he starts listening to her log dates, which is kind of snooping. But anyway, that digs further back in time, which is really cool, because what this episode does is it helps layer Peridot's character development up to the point where she rebelled against Yellow Diamond, and adds a little bit more, which, frankly, I think we were kind of given enough to buy it up until that point, but I think this one even further establishes that, and I think it, pretty much does a great job at making it all the more believable, frankly. And it goes further back in time to flashbacks with the log dates, mostly linear, and it's really enjoyable. You get to see her meet Greg and nearly murder Greg, to see if humans can fly. And by the way, points to Greg for taking that pretty well. I'm usually not okay with people pushing me off roofs. I'd probably be pretty pissed off about that. Greg takes it in stride, which I guess he's kind of learned to do that kind of thing while hanging around with the gems. Got pushed off a roof. I'm fine. But what's great is this episode kind of like watches us watch her and Peridot and Garnet kind of like start to communicate and get along, because yeah, she has no. She like homeworld gems, have a great prejudice towards not just pearls, but fusions in general. So we get to see them kind of like, break those roadblocks. And there is this wonderful scene. It starts off like a joke, like she's watching this Canadian teenage drama show or something like that, and she's watched it like 72 times in a row, to the point where she's shipped all the proper characters as far as she's concerned. And Garnet watches this, and you get to see how her mind works, and it's very funny. But when Garnet explains fusion to her, she actually tells her it's like the two people you're shipping the most. She goes, "Oh, okay, I kind of get it." And side bits, of course, like it's nice seeing Pearl and Amethyst still getting along fairly well. I'm sure Opal appreciates that. And the humor is just really spot on. It looks like pretty much Peridot's being added to the main cast, or at least the secondary cast. We'll be seeing her a lot more. And it's really interesting to see her added, because she does add this interesting bit of humor. She's actually added a lot of really good humor that's not been the kind of humor we've seen in this. She's a more short-tempered, angry somewhat cynical, but at the same time open, and a character that's learning. She's this alien. She's this angry little pissed off alien that's willing to learn about our culture. It's like kind of forcing Invader Zim to join the cast, and that's kind of what we got going on. She's even green, and that I think she's been a welcome addition. I think it's really worked, and I'm glad. What I'm really glad that they did is they took the time and really, like, they didn't try to do this all at once, and they didn't try to have her change like that, because a lot of times when I see characters revert from evil to good, or even good to bad, it's usually one thing or something that really sets them off, and they're totally good if they come over. And not so much with Peridot. We've actually had to watch Peridot slowly learn, and kind of like be forced into being put into these situations, and kind of like taking a look at life from another perspective that isn't her own. And she's still not 100%. She's still kind of learning, but she's willing to learn, which I think makes it all the world all worth it, frankly. And I like the fact that she's still not there, and I like the fact that it's taken so long to get to this point. And she has more to learn, and it's definitely added a different kind of layer and storyline to the show. Not that it needed it, but now it's like one of those things. Like, well, now I can't not see this. So now we have these. It's like this show had enough plot. It's so funny. The show. When the show first started, sometimes people would complain about how the show is just really leisure and kind of just going about its own pace. But boy, man, we've slowly come to see all these things, all these pieces come together, and the more time goes by, the more pieces. And holy crap, how did we not see all this stuff? I really dug this episode. I wasn't expecting the cluster to be attacked in this one. I assumed they're saving that. Now I'm assuming they're saving that for probably the end of this season, frankly. But I really enjoyed the fact that this was a kind of a come-down epilogue type of episode after the big Yellow Diamond reveal. So now we get to see, maybe other Diamond characters. God, there's so much story that where we need to explore. This one's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it quite a bit, and it's probably one of the funniest episodes I've seen in a while. I laughed a lot at this one. Well, I think that's it for this Stephen Bomb. I enjoyed it pretty much, and I think that's it. You are free to comment and like and subscribe all you want. I have links below. I write stuff, and my wife makes stuff. Check out our links below. We're neat people. I'll be back in a couple days reviewing A-Force #1 and some other stuff. Push the button, Lindsay.